We are live. I've got the spooky music playing again. What is... what is my ad readout doing right now? I hope that... Okay, there we go. Ad starting soon? No, why ad starting soon? That's objectively wrong.
Yeah, I'm getting...
You're getting pre-roll ads again,
preload.
Magnus? Oh my god, alright. It shouldn't be doing that. I don't know
I
why.
wonder if that's just, you get an ad when you start streaming?
Well, maybe? It shouldn't be doing
Would-
that. No, because that's objectively wrong, because it shouldn't be pre-rolls at all. But, it's possible it's because
Well,
I
like-
used our snoozes up until the very, very last second last stream?
Well, like, if it's, like, at the start of the stream, then maybe, like, if you were to, like, technically start streaming, like, a minute beforehand, it would get that out of the way, and anyone joining later wouldn't get a pre-roll?
Maybe? That doesn't sound right, though, because that's a pre-roll. Like, that's just what that is.
Well, like,
I
don't
get
know if
what you
that's-
mean. I understand what you mean. I don't think that's what Twitch is describing. Like, that would not make any sense to me at all. Like, that shouldn't be happening. Because technically, on my end, it's still saying ad starting soon anyway. Push again and see if that changes anything. Alright, yeah, it's saying ad starts in 28 minutes, so it gave us one of our ads, like, immediately for some
Okay.
reason.
That sort of checks out, given how we ended last time.
I'm going to assume it was that. I have no idea, but I'm also hoping the dumb internet doesn't start doing the dumb like it did yesterday, which ruined my ability to watch the stream. Hello, I know it's Spookum time and no longer Gundam time, but I'm compelled to mention the dumb combo. Oh, by the way, hello, Wazen, thank you for joining. I stumbled into Rose Gundam's left arm and GPO2 shield. Rose Screamer can lock a tough dude in place so I don't miss my atomic bazooka shot. Now, oh, okay, the follow-up, I have missed several and I'm disappointed by that. I was gonna say, like, you don't really miss an atomic bazooka shot, but you can, it's possible. No judgment. Also, that's fine, we can still talk about Gundam and stuff like that, it's just not what we'll be playing. I am very excited for this evening, though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I know, I'm extra excited for you, because, like, so, this will actually be my second playthrough of Alan Wake this year. Like, that's how much I enjoyed it. I finally got around to playing it, binged through it, and immediately, like, as soon as I put the controller down after the DLC credits, I was like, oh, we have to stream this for October. Like, there's no way I'm not going to do that. So, it'll be 2 complete story runs in one year, which I'm really happy about.
Nice.
Crater that follows. Oh, tase a man so they can stand still, press atomic bazooka to their face, reap rewards from the crater that follows. Very good. I like that phrasing a lot. I'm just gonna go ahead and close Illustrator right now, because I can't make any props or anything like that, so any VTuber stuff is gonna have to come through. I can't export anything still. The only way I'm sending out my announcement images is by full screening it and taking a low-res screenshot. It's driving me fucking
Oh my
insane.
Christ.
Like, literally nothing works at all.
Alright.
So
We'll figure that out over the weekend,
Yeah.
probably.
we will
Hopefully.
figure that out over the weekend, hopefully, probably, because that will be disastrous pretty soon. Sharzaku in the Yamcha pose is correct. I appreciate that, Magnus. Thank you very much. I think we'll go until 7:10 to see people file in. I don't want... Like, if people are going to be showing up, I would like to, have them experiencing the story. Part of me almost wants to just run one of the 3-minute ads now and, like, get it out of the queue just because we're waiting anyway, but I don't want to do that right at the start.
Go for it.
No, because if people do show up, they're going to see the ad, and that'll be shitty. But yeah, Myth,
Anyway, who are you?
what do you know about Alan Wake, aside from the writer thing? Because I know you know that part already.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. That's really cool. I'm really, really excited. There's going to be a lot that you're going to really like. For reasons that I'm hoping will be kind of obvious right away. I mean, it'll be said pretty quickly in the storyline, but I'm wondering if you'll like pick up on it immediately. I'm going to be skipping collectibles with the exception of some audio-visual related fun stuff, but I'm not going to be going out of my way to get those either. Like, if I come across them naturally, a lot of them are on the golden path pretty much organically, and if I miss one, then that's not a big deal. Like, this isn't going to be a 100% playthrough, and I think just for the sake of getting through the story, because I also want to get to the one that we have for Thursday Night Thunder after this, I'm probably also just going to play it on easy. Although, I didn't really have that. I don't know. Yeah, because there's DLC for this, and then there's the next game entirely. So I think it'll be pushing it in the first place. And it's just a really good narrative. Like, watching somebody play this challengingly would probably be interesting, but it's not the focus that I want to have. That's not the spooky part. I don't want the tension of the story to be broken by getting killed over and over.
Is there anything you can do right now that would have audio, just so I can make sure I can hear game audio?
Let's see. Do you hear the clicking?
In the meantime...
Do you hear the clicking?
No. Let me try turning it up.
Yeah, it'd be really quiet still.
I'm not hearing anything.
Let me try going to the PlayStation menu. Because it's just the menu click with no audio basically, or no backing sound.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
If you're watching the projector, it's probably not going to work. Let me change it to just you'll be watching the entire stream HUD, but
that's fine.
It'll, I think, be more worth it, hopefully.
In the meantime, I've got this.
I'm Garth Marenghi, author, dreamweaver, visionary, plus actor.
Outstanding. Where is just... It's just... Capture... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't realize I could do this. What about this? If it works. I don't know if it will.
Okay, there's audio.
That's awesome. Right now I'm just piping you the cap... What?
It's just 3 dots, but I hear the audio.
Okay, 1 second. Because for whatever reason, it isn't showing you... Just have it. Do it. Okay, you're gonna be getting, a lot of different audio right now. But...
right now, just you.
That's not good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you audio this way. You might just have to watch the stream. Because right now, it's just giving you the entire... Well, I mean, I guess I could just do my desktop, but that won't work either because... Yeah, I'll just give you the whole desktop.
Yeah, because if I do a stream, you're going to be doubled up and off sync, and I won't be able to talk to you.
Yeah, that's true. Right, do you hear my audio
this
now?
Works. Oh, fuck.
Is that a no? You gotta tell me.
I hear everything, including me.
God. Screenshare has sent you sound before, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm just assuming it's too quiet. I don't know why. Yeah, also share application audio. There's no reason why it shouldn't be giving you audio, so I'm just gonna give you Streamlabs. And once I actually, adjust the audio and start playing the game, then it should work fine. Because otherwise, I don't know what else to tell you. There's quite literally no other option at that point. So... should set up all the way. It is actually showing the game. To minimize that so that we're actually seeing the menu at this point, and I'll get started in a moment or two. So that has to stay open, so I have to swap.
Oh, yeah, I'm just not getting audio. Just give me
there's
the biggest image.
No, I know. There's still not going to be... Like, I haven't changed the audio yet. Like, it's been in the background this entire time. It's just remarkably quiet. You know, it sucks because I don't want to get, like, fully started yet. If this is an issue for you. Chat, you can hear audio, right? Like, it won't be the game audio, it'll be the YouTube audio, but you're hearing things besides us, right? Nothing broke.
Yeah, chat's hearing music.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm just gonna get started. I'd rather figure this out earlier on.
Yeah, get started.
So, that's fine. Do you still have the capture right now?
Yes.
Pumpkin dip cookies. That sounds amazing. How dare you tell me this? Okay, so this should all work fine. We're gonna do new game. We're gonna do easy. And yes, that's fine.
Stephen King once wrote
Okay, yeah,
that
it's just
nightmares
really
exist
bad.
outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanation.
Oh, there's literally nothing on
No,
there.
I mean, there's just literally, it's very quiet.
In a horror story,
Second.
the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation. And
Why
there
is
shouldn't
it
be one.
quiet?
The unanswered mystery is what stays.
Ah,
with us
that's
the
no good.
longest.
Hold on. I'm gonna restart the game. I don't know why that's coming through that quiet. That definitely explains it, though, because 110%. Like, no, Magnus, like, I could barely hear it, and I'm the one having it piped through.
Okay.
So, like, that was very, very quiet. I'm gonna be irresponsible and just turn the Elgato up to 100% and see how that does. Alright, do you hear the clicking now?
No.
Chat, do you
Let me
hear...
listen on stream. I can hear it on stream, but I can't hear it in Discord.
Oh my god, okay, 1 second. This is straight.
Yeah, try just giving me the projector view again.
Well, I don't know if the projector view is doing it. It's coming through desktop and Elgato. Okay, cool. So yeah, chat can hear it fine. That should be all good. Sucks. This was just going to be super convenient. Occurred to me that we'd have to check this separately.
Worst case, I can read subtitles.
No. I mean, I want to figure something better out than that, because there's a lot of, like, atmosphere and everything to it. Do you hear this?
No.
Why not? Why don't you hear this? I don't understand why that wouldn't. There's gotta be, like, another alternative. If I give you this.
I hear that.
That's just the sound, though.
You know, I can watch with a slight delay on chat and just hear the audio,
Okay.
and I can just deal with that.
As long as you're cool with that, because yeah, this is
Yeah.
taking a lot longer, and I don't understand why it's not working. That's really, really dumb. Okay, then let's the Windows back in. Okay, chat, are we ready? Yay! You're not chat, but thank you anyway.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and is what we'll remember in the end.
This is still
My
kind of
name is
quiet on
Alan
my end,
Wake.
but
I'm a writer.
let's see. I can like boost it.
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical
Agnes, it's
nightmare
interesting that you
pattern,
call that out,
I was
though.
late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
I'm not gonna talk about the story.
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
I think we can notch up this
Suddenly,
spookometer.
his body was gone.
We can set it to 1.
I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stand on my feet.
Alright, so I'll showcase a teeny tiny bit of something really quick that, again, I'm not going to go super far out of my way to do. I need to get through the tutorial. No, I don't want to controls. So, Alan is a writer. And therefore, depending on what actions you take...
I was certain I had just driven from this direction, but now the road was blocked.
There's some additional narration that isn't necessarily important to the game, but is still present. I know...
I had to go to the
Nice.
lighthouse.
Yeah.
I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Of course, the back of his car is filled with his books.
Well, it is a dream. Or is it? No, I'm not going to mention that just yet. Oh, also, I suppose now is as good a time as any to mention that this game deals with a lot of light and dark symbology and mechanics, so kind of a broad spectrum flashing light, loud sound warning for anybody watching, because that's going to happen a lot.
Any other potential trigger warnings you give out?
No, most of it's kind of tame. There's...
You don't even recognize me, do you?
There might be some... Well, I don't want to cover that until it's a little bit more story relevant, but if anything comes to mind, I'll definitely bring it up beforehand. Scarecrow shows up and tells you to use the middle analog stick. Oh, thanks, I hate it. I'm glad. You hate that.
You missed your deadline!
You can dodge enemy attacks. This is one of the most important dodges I can think of in a game that I've played recently.
Well, I like that it's not even a combat role, it's just a little hunch.
Oh yeah, Alan is, like,
I
not a
realized that
combatant.
The hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
I wonder, hold on. Ah, man! All the way up. Strange that it's still coming through so quiet.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Oh, you know. So, you will very quickly realize that light is your checkpoints and your health. So if you are being guided by light and suddenly the light is being taken away from you, that is very bad. Right now, this is Babytown Frolic's tutorial where, like, no matter the difficulty, you really can't fail. But it is conditioning you very quickly to want to go to the light and avoid things like that.
You don't say.
It's me. Play Stewart, remember? Quickly, get inside. There's no time to lose. Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Yeah, most of the stuff is like soft horror like that, where like you're never gonna see somebody like get dismembered or anything like that. There are close-ups of eyes on some of the TV screens, but that's more a me thing, and if I can handle it, you probably can too. Oh, Magnus, I'm so glad you're already into it. I do actually need to get my finger. There we go.
Follow the light.
I think I'm safe right now.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
So you get the focus mode too. That's really only on prompt. But yeah, safe havens are health and checkpoints.
I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've
Magnus, I
been.
see you.
Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
One of my favorite things that I found out about this remaster,
To teach you, the darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you come
the writing's really good. I
to
don't want to talk over it.
There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
I love how much reverence just like a simple flashlight equipment is.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
So you get light at all times. It's not like a generic modern horror game where everything is like based on constant battery usage. As long as the light's like this, it won't run out. However, if I focus it, it goes way quicker, but that does risk burning the batteries out.
Now the darkness no longer protects
But those
him,
will also
but it's still
recharge,
inside,
so it's almost more like an
controlling him.
overheat damage
Can't be
mechanic.
safe. He's still a threat. He is still
Gotcha.
your enemy. Here,
Become
take the
equipped.
gun.
And those who are possessed by the darkness can only be injured if you watch them with the light first. Otherwise, they are 100% completely immune to all damage.
You've done well. Remember what I've taught
I guess
you.
except fall
That is
damage,
all.
but I've never really
I will
seen that
give you
happen.
back your dream now.
And that means when we
I
eventually
was
find...
taking this
A
really
terrible
well.
darkness was
Yeah, it's a
taking
dream.
over the world. The the lighthouse was
He's
the last safe place on Earth.
a mystery author, and he's just having a weird dream. Nothing about this is too bad. Satisfaction that you can also kind of active reload by tapping, which doesn't matter a ton until it absolutely does. You will also very quickly notice that a lot of the time you are exclusively meant to run. Like, even if you are armed and feel like everything is relatively good and chill, it might not be. Like, it might be constantly respawning waves of enemies, and this is still survival horror, so if you run out of ammo in the middle of the field, it's pretty fucked.
Just like...
Now that said, let's try out our strongest weapon, the flare guns. Yeah, it is. It's really satisfying, because not only does it do the initial concussive shot, but that actually lasts as a non-checkpoint safe zone for a while.
Combining the best parts of a flashlight and a gun.
I mean, it's effectively your grenade launcher, which I really like.
I can keep this up.
Makes disembodied light bulb noise. Oh, we're going to be getting to know disembodied light bulb noise quite a bit. Oh. Just... Right. We're going to want to remember the lighthouse. It looks pretty safe and important. And where light is important, having a weapon that makes light would be pretty powerful. Yeah, 100%. It's just, like, mechanically, I really enjoy the fact that it's like, no, one of your strongest weapons isn't even an actual traditional gun. It's really cool. We get road flares later, and it has a very similar effect.
He's here. Alan, wake up. Shh, baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right.
It's going to be hard to find
Anything more than dozed off would be news
spots
for
to actually
everyone.
talk about the stuff I want to talk about.
Cheer
Because
up,
there's so much.
handsome. We're here.
I don't trust your face.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to do my absolute best. Like, don't even ask me stuff, because I don't want to, like, accidentally give stuff away.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just saying, don't trust that face.
Do you trust this vibe? I really like the sweeping landscape stuff they do in this.
Oh no, it sounds bright, but it doesn't quite look it.
Do you know why it might be a little bit on that side?
Let's act like we're on vacation.
Because
Go
it
stand
is
next to that old chap.
foggy.
I want a shot of you with the
I
time
mean,
back.
yes, but do you know where we
I'll even
are?
give you a title for the shot. A city boy. Moments before he got
I'm
eaten
gonna
by-
have to say Pacific Northwest, possibly Washington.
Check out that plate.
But yeah, Mount Rainier, that's not a Washington
Alan,
plate, but
I
that's
missed the shot.
it's
It-
Washington.
It's a legally distinct Washington plate, but it is actually Washington. We are in the Pacific Northwest right now. This is all taking place in Washington, which I just think is really neat. So
I'm
we're...
assuming Puget Sound?
It's very fictional. We'll see maps, so you can postulate a little bit later. It's actually really neat. Like, the whole vibe is
Come on,
very, very cool.
Killjoy.
I'm going to wait a moment because we are 50 seconds away from our first ad break, and this is a good opportunity for that. So while we take in the lovely view, one of the things that I wanted to mention that I'm just going to say now is one of the reasons I like this remastered so much is because I checked their website, the official marketing material, and it was all basically selling up the fact that, like, look, we gave it a fresh coat of paint, it looks way prettier, but all of the lighting engine, all of the physics, everything is basically the same as the 360 original. They were so proud of their work in it that when people asked if they did anything from the ground up, they said, no, it doesn't need it. It's like, holy shit, that's a baller move! Like, to take a game from that era and be like, this didn't need any tweaking outside of visuals just to make it more in line with our vision is fucking rad.
Yeah?
That's basically what 343 said in regards to Halo 3 for MCC.
Also, ad starting soon. We will be back in 3 minutes. Everybody grab a snack, grab some hydration, and then we will get back to the terror. I'm going to eat some of this dinner that I haven't had an opportunity to have yet, so I'm right there with you. Because everything is either in
I wouldn't say it
California,
like
New York,
this.
or Washington.
Let's just say I'm window shopping. And right now, there's a half-price sale on Weird.
You're not going to be too far off from that in a moment. I'm really excited. Like, things are going to get really interesting really quickly if they weren't already, so I'm looking forward to it. I want to take you on this well-written journey with me. But first,
I'm excited.
But first, peas and corn.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Location is my mouth!
I do not see an ad on my end. I think that's because I got, like, the pre-roll ads.
Possible? Chat, roll call.
No time to be scientific.
It's a little frustrating on my end, as the host, that the ads manager UI that I specifically put in place to help monitor all of this is on a delay and isn't like synced up specifically with when everybody is actually getting ads. But
That is pretty annoying.
yeah, I mean,
All I do is sit down at the typewriter
oh my god.
and start hitting the keys. Getting them in the right order, that's the trick.
I regret to inform you all that my steak is too tough. Also,
No.
I didn't realize
Maverick in chat.
possible ban evader monitoring. Interesting. I haven't seen that one yet. I'm a little bummed. I think I didn't realize that this whole section on the ferry was on a timer, and I think I missed a little event. Might actually restart checkpoint. In fact, I'm going to do that when we get back from ad break and see if that fixes anything. Agnes, Myth is on it.
Okay, fine. I'll go into mod view. Okay, now that's not bueno.
What happened?
When I go into mod view, I get an ad. Like, you shouldn't get an ad when you're in mod view, I feel.
No, I definitely agree, but that's still kind of funny.
30 seconds left, according to this.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it. Actually, let me send you a screenshot of my whole screen right now so you can see what I see. That way it'll get a little bit more context. So that's the...
I'm doing a report on the Maverick, and the first option for why are you submitting this report is terrorism.
Wow! That's not even alphabetically first.
Spam is the very last one.
What's the one right before it?
Self-harm.
Anyway, I'm going to hit, first of all, welcome back, chat, I think. I'm going to give it, like, I don't know, 10 more seconds, because it seems like that's also on a delay. Magnus, let me know in chat Okay, Wee's back yet. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna restart checkpoint because I think I might have missed a little thing, and we're right fucking here, so it shouldn't matter one way or another. You gonna ask me to take a picture, or did I miss that forever?
Let's act like we're on vacation.
Yay!
Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
So honestly, I think it's kind of
Sure.
cool.
I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
I think it's really neat that this is actually on a timer. Like, we are sailing the port, and if you miss your chance, you miss your chance, and that's it.
Is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You
Fest?
have a lovely wife, if you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself.
We like
Mr.
Pat.
Wake.
Pat is a good
A
character.
pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host of the local radio station. Any chance that you get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us.
Aw,
I'm sure you
Magnus, he
understand.
looks like your grandpa. That's
Fair
awesome.
enough. You can trust me to be this. Not a hard man to track
I'm
down
sorry
if
that you
change
now
your
have
mind,
to
though.
live in constant
I hope
fear
you
of
two
Pat.
have a lovely holiday.
Hello, Tenkai. Thank you for joining. You've missed the tutorial, but we are just getting started with the actual meat of the story. I'm very excited. If you're familiar with Alan Wake, please no spoilers in chat, but if you're not, I'm really looking forward to introducing you to the extremely good story.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller, how's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get very used to Barry,
The
too.
wolf is giving you trouble? Just say the word, and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great.
My God, he's the agent from Tropic Thunder.
Sure. So, how
Is he actually? Like, do you know that for sure, or are you just, like, making a
Barry.
comparison?
We're just settling in.
Okay, Al.
Oh, okay.
Call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And
He's gonna
call
get you
me
that
if there's a
Tebow.
problem, okay?
Oh my god!
Just looking out for you, buddy.
I'm really excited
I
because you
love
are
you too, Barry.
pretty on the ball right now.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry.
Oh, I guess it
can
shouldn't be in
always
spooky
turn off
anymore.
the
We're,
phone.
we're nice and casual.
What did I
Myth, feel
say?
free to give me reminders on the spook meter.
Text message from Barry.
Spookometer.
He says hi to you too.
Thank you, Tenkai. It was at Spooky before because the tutorial was not our
Alan,
friend.
we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Can't wait to check out Deerfest. Getting back to the car now. I think the one thing that kind of aged janky is the arm movements to like pick stuff up and interact, but
he's waiting for us.
also who cares?
Yeah, like some of the animation
I'll
is
go fill her up when you
rough,
get the key.
but
I'll pick you
It's
up here
a
and
game
say
from like
fine,
sure.
mid-tier or mid-era 360. So the fact
Yeah.
that this all
I
hangs
love
like
you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave.
again, when we get to actual like lighting stuff, like light puzzles and light interactions, I want you to keep in the back of your mind what I said earlier.
Places like this.
They didn't redo the lighting engine. This is how the
Everybody knew
lights and
everybody.
shadows worked
Welcome to
on
the
the 360, and
Diner.
it's
I was
pretty
wondering if you could
fucking
help me. I'm
incredible.
looking for.
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the
Also,
restroom.
Magnus, that's
He'll be
great.
back
I
in
read
a
the whole
moment.
thing, and I want you to know that I appreciate it.
Can't believe it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore. when they
is
took it out of the
Alan played
window.
by in 2?
And to keep
Uh,
it here.
Because they have like an actual
okay.
actor for
It's
it
actually-
now, don't they?
Yeah, it's the same dude that they used for this remaster. So this is him. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but
Just
yeah.
don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Ominous! So we're going to be doing a tiny chunk of environmental storytelling stuff.
Right. So much for quiet vacation.
I'm having a conversation with
feel so
Alan
bad.
Wake.
The Oh Dear Diner.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really
Hello,
use a
you
tune
Bell.
right now.
Thank you for joining.
Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to
Is
sleep.
this Is this a copyrighted song?
Yeah. Are you serious?
It is. Okay. So, I don't know if I'm worried about this one, but I will use this opportunity to tell everybody that I have an emergency panic mute button because this game uses licensed music in certain spots that are very avoidable, or very mutable. This one I don't think we're going to be able to avoid. It should be fine.
I won't murder you in your sleep.
But when I have to initiate an emergency mute, that will also, unfortunately, because of our setup, mute Myth as well, because it's going to mute all incoming audio on my desktop.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been. If I had my hammer, I'd shut it for you.
So just as a heads up.
Don't go in
Also,
there.
the game has double audio. Don't know if it's the game or the system. Can anybody else help confirm that? I might know why that's happening.
To get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was
Myth,
giving
can you double check
I
that for me?
cannot confirm that would triple the audio.
Magnus, what do you think about that statement? At the first 23 years of my life near Seattle, I have a spot. Yeah, no, don't blame you. Audio sounds fine to you. Ubel, try refreshing really fast. It is possible. Technically, the audio is coming from two separate sources right now, so I'd like to be positive. We did do a contingency check for it, but now is the right time to double check because we're going to get into stuff. In fact, I'll even wait for you because this part's important.
Alright, so apparently
Yeah.
the actor they have for the live action stuff is Ika Vili, a Finnish actor and writer.
Yes. The voice and the face are definitely different. I do remember that.
Yeah, but like, his English wasn't good enough, so they have him dubbed over.
Yeah. So right now we're looking for the gentleman who is going to give us the keys to our rental cabin.
Hello?
Mr. Stuckey. Stuckey's a nice dude.
Mr. Stuckey?
Carl
Is
couldn't
Stuckey
make it.
in the bathroom?
Unfortunately, he
Yes.
was taken ill.
Oh, Jesus
But I have
God.
the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
I'm glad you had that gut reaction, Myth.
The vibes are off.
That's okay. Well, we got the cabin key, so...
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Okay, so we've already
Lucky
met.
this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
This really ought to be fixed, and then I must remind Sarah to change the lights of the
I need
station.
to resist my instinct to, like, stop dead and check everything because we just do not have the time. Still getting the echo double. That's very unusual.
Splendid, splendid.
The
You
Andersons.
have two
they're,
tabs open?
Local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the
It's not
Cauldron Lake Lodge.
impossible. But here, let me check something really fast. There might be an easy fix on my end.
In the
I
meantime,
know writers who use subtext, and they're all
I'll be
counts.
heading back to work as soon as
My
Dr.
God.
Hartman gets here, Rose.
Vibes are
Oh,
atrocious
but
and I
I'm
do not like
looking
them.
forward to
On
the
your
poison we have
iPad,
at the
it's
Park
very
Cafe.
unusual that it's only happening to some... Oh, I just realized Myth's cam isn't on. I can't believe you didn't
Now
mention that.
this is what coffee should taste like.
Oh, Rusty, that's so sweet.
I was too
I'll swing by with
focused
the fresh
on the
batch later on.
spookums.
That's fair. So...
Will you be staying in town for the Deer Fest, Mr. Wade?
Man, I can't turn that down.
Deer is dear to
It
me.
was on purpose.
That deer
Okay.
is dear to me.
We'll play it by
That
ear
deer
right
is
now.
dear to me,
Pun
my
half intended, I
dear,
guess.
in more
Because
ways
only
than
one person is experiencing it, but if it keeps
Oh,
up,
dear.
I'll also definitely
That's
check the
not
VOD
really our
after.
festival anthem. Bye, Mr.
Could have fooled
Wade.
me there.
I like that she actually rolls up when you get close enough to the door.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
The fact of the audio and the visuals,
Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
What keys did we just pick up?
oh, yeah,
My God.
damn it. I was going
Can you
for the
believe this
actual
place?
oh no, but it's
This would make
scrolled.
a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Magnus.
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago.
I do not like
I hadn't
this.
been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you?
We like Crater Lake.
It's pretty dark.
Look at
out
how nice
there.
this is.
They'll light your way.
I am going to assume that this is an audio warning, so I'm going to mute real fast. Sorry, Myth. You will be inaudible. I know. I'm sorry. I think we're good. Okay, we're good. That was a smart move on my end.
It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right.
Don't worry,
The
honey.
Crater Lake
I'll get you
is
inside safe and
not
sound
in
before it gets dark.
Washington.
No.
and not near the south.
No.
Okay.
Alice had
Cauldron
phobia,
Lake, first of
the
all,
fear
and
of
it's
darkness.
not...
I wanted to
Like
make
I said,
sure
this
we
is a
were
fictional
inside with the
location.
lights on before sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alice
But
has
it's
a
clearly Crater Lake.
Alice has a fear of the dark. There goes Myth. There goes Myth.
Bye.
There goes Myth. There goes 3 myths, 4 myths. There goes a bunch
I'm
of myths.
everywhere.
Yeah, kinda.
I'm multiplying.
Bird like cabin. So I don't care how cool the house is. Myth's entourage, very good. Also, Bell, just to your point earlier, so I don't forget, the main reason I want to
Here we
be
go. Let's take a look
chill
inside.
about people calling that kind of thing out is because even if it's only happening to you, I would still like to make sure that we don't have
How to
any
get the power on, honey?
Sure thing.
permanent
Come on.
audio issues. So that kind of call out is super helpful, even if you think it's just you. All right, so I can explore.
Anyone here?
I kind of just want to beeline.
The Deer Fest guests have already started to arrive.
We can explore the cabin. We don't need to right now. We just need to get the lights on, and that is going to
power cable
happen
goes to that shed over
outside.
there.
It's a myth murder.
By me.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
This is a really good mechanic that I like a lot. Guess when we're gonna have to do stuff like that?
When you're being hunted by the darkness.
Oh yeah.
Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Also, just for the
Okay.
sake of sense of
I'll
place,
look around a bit.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna look around a teeny bit. There was a building up there. Might be important. It's weird that only the game
It was a
Myth are
beautiful
perfectly fine.
place.
Yeah, so right now technically the
I
audio
told
is
myself
coming
I could
through on
rest
my
here,
end twice
sleep here,
because
and
I
forget
need to be
about
able to
my
hear
work.
it in my headphones because I'm playing off the PlayStation 5 right now and monitoring on the PC.
I
So
thought
right
we
now
could
I'm
be
watching
happy
through a
here.
video capture screen. And the only way you guys get audio and I get audio is if I technically have the audio coming through 2 times. When we did our test recording last night, it was perfectly in sync, and so far it's been... Yeah, so I'm assuming somehow you're getting an offset? I just don't understand how that'd be possible for just one viewer.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
Let's go have a nice vacation, though. That's our only objective. Actually, this is just a really chill romantic
Alice?
novel.
Honey?
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
I don't know if we can show this on stream.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
I see we're fine.
Okay.
Deer Fest!
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have
Special,
a
their
small
weird
confession
issues
to
are
make.
always attracted to
I
my
thought
weird
maybe you
butt.
could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Alice, you... Everyone
Hey,
keeps...
hey, hey! Just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe...
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Don't, just don't. I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. God damn it. I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone.
Also,
to
the voice
think
acting
things
is so good. Magnus, like I said, I'm not going to do anything that might risk spoiling the story for anybody, so if you've got... If I see stuff in chat asking about things, I will politely not respond at all. Do not think it's not me reading.
Alice? Alice? Alice!
Just assume that I'm doing my best to
All
remain
the lights
neutral.
were out.
Just trying to help it if acts like that is best not to push it.
Alice, I'm coming!
Yeah, like, she kind of like 11.
What the hell?
He's been in a very severe, possibly career-ending writer's block for about 2 years, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's Miss
Alice? Alice?
Oh, the desync is great.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really am upset that that's a thing you're dealing with. We'll figure this out before the next one.
There's like the sound effect of him busting through the door played as you like combat rolled into the steps outside.
Wake up.
Alice?
Yeah.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice.
You, Bell, are you familiar with this game too? Or is this your first time watching?
I'd have to find help on foot.
If you mentioned it earlier, I know I kind of brought it up, but I don't remember if I saw a response.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
That way.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike.
Gentle, it is my first time, lol. You will, thank you. Perfect phrasing, I appreciate it. Ah, man, I'm really excited that people are showing up who haven't experienced the story yet before.
I'm sure that'll buff out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's a rental.
I think that might make it worse.
Nah, that's what rental insurance is for.
Hello? Hello? Is someone there?
I'm having flashes of exactly how all of this is going to be delivered to you guys, and I really genuinely can't wait.
The sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Oh, man. So it's going to be so hard to not obsess over the manuscript pages. I'll at least do this tutorial one, because this is really, really, really cool. These are the collectibles in the game. You can collect a lot of them. Like, I think there's 107 pages.
Departure,
it's all narrated.
By Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
So, the way this works mechanically is you find pages, obviously scattered around as a collectible. They are about this story. This is a story that Alan does not remember writing. You will occasionally find pages out of order, intentionally, where if you read the page, you get a hint of what's going to happen next, and it is never good. It's really, really cool. Like, it's one of those instances where it's like you pause to read it, get the narration, and you're just like, oh, fuck. And then, like, 30 seconds later...
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
It's real cool. It's a great mechanic. And unfortunately, because I want to get through the whole game in 2 to 3 stream sessions, we're really not going to be able to read that much of it.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
I'll check in on them occasionally. It's more just, if anything else, it's a good incentive for you guys to, like, go out and grab this too, because I really can't recommend it enough. Even if it's narrative and you'll be, like, getting the majority of all of it just by watching, it's still really worth going through and, like, playing at your own pace too. I don't want to sell you off of watching. It's just like, no, don't stay here. Go check it out.
Hey!
But, I really do recommend it.
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Please commit you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
So about that page about the axe murderer.
Uh-oh.
If I see him, I'll grab him. Magnus, I'm so glad you hate this so many ways. Well, we're just unarmed.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Literally fistfight ghost stories, also the Knights of the Round Table are there. I like that hook, though.
Well, that'll stop him.
God myth. Here's Sticky. No, I don't know. I kind of like Sticky.
Your trying.
Right, batteries are basically overheat ammo for the flashlight. I'm sure I didn't need to explain that. Oh, here we go. This is the first time we see the map, so I'll let you take a look at this really fast. This is our area.
Oh yeah, that's like northern peninsula area.
Yeah. So Bright Falls is the town that we were in, and our cabin is in Crater Lake. And then the lodge listed there is the one we were looking at. So Alan and Rose basically had to loop all the way around this mountain to get there. So we are real far from town right now.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station. How may I...
Hello? Hello?
Oh, Magnus, I've got one.
Oh, there we go. Almost fucked that up. It's fine, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, this has escalated very quickly.
There were more of them.
Turn on, please. Thank you. So those slow motion flashes signal the end of an encounter. It does not mean that no more enemies will spawn.
Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
This is another thing that I won't go out of my way for, but I will showcase. Got a blacklight arrow. Or a UV reactive arrow, I suppose is the better way to put it. Remembering correctly. Not remembering correctly. Arrow. So there we go. There we go. So there are naturally this type of survival cache all over the place.
Hand-painted graffiti.
They're actually narratively explained. It's real cool. Which actually, really quick, since I don't know exactly how many this run across, I will come back here really quick to show one thing. That. Just remember that. That nice, like, torch. That nice torch icon. Not think this is anything resembling fine. That was a close one. You almost became an Allen sandwich. Thank you, wasn't very good.
The Dark Forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Oh, didn't switch weapons. Oh, well, that's fine. Let's reload that now while we're thinking about it.
Oh, that would stop him.
God damn it. Alright, so you'll also notice lots of points of no return. This is... Flashing lights warning. Very much linear, which I honestly like a lot.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
I'll tell you right now, there's another cache and another page around here. I love when they're just kind of barely present.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Silver Fun, no! I know, I'm sorry.
You used that season as a one-liner. Damn it.
Huh?
You could have used duck season as a one-liner.
Okay, that's not ideal. Doing fine, though. I mean, I'm saying this as if I'm not playing on easy difficulty. I really just want to get you guys through this fucking great story.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
The emergency boxes are also very nice.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Bound to be.
Safe. Yeah, I hear you. Shit, that's not right. Oh! Hello, Jay! Thank you for joining. I'm real excited for you to check out some of the story. Jay, are you familiar with Alan Wake? I don't know if this is one you've ever played before. Fast to grab some goodies. Not.
Oh yeah, shotgun. That'll do well.
Oh yeah. Never played, heard it's amazing. It is. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad that everybody watching right now hasn't played before. Like, the fact that everybody's kind of in on the story all at the same time is so cool to me. I think that's right. Some of this can be a little trial and error. cannot climb any faster than that, if anybody was curious. Don't quite think we're in not spooky oh, yeah, that's true. Chat, if you feel that the current spook level is unwarranted, please let me know. I will correct it right away. I will be very absorbed, so there's always a chance that I might miss it.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. To you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just.
We love the radio host here.
But here I am, and it would keep you company all night long if I weren't. It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Yes, Pat is the radio host. We're gonna literally be hearing a lot from Pat.
Far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but just too dumb for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Anyway, Night Vale, here's the weather.
Pat's a little bit more chill than oh my god, it's been so long. I actually don't remember.
Cecil.
Cecil, thank you.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no coat. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
No, don't throw that X at me! Got there! So if you are in light, everybody despawns. So those high-risk, high-reward moments are a big fucking deal. Because not only does it fully heal you and trigger a safe zone, but it, despawns combat outright.
Nice.
And as we are going to start noticing, whenever this lovely sound starts picking up, that means bad is afoot. Thank you. Did actually be getting turned around. That's the other thing, too. As linear as the game is, it doesn't hold your hand through the woods. So
that's just the Pacific Northwest.
No, yeah, I mean, it's very on brand, but mechanically, too, it actually means that, you need to be paying attention and not panicking, because if you do panic, you can get lost, and that will get you killed. It's actually really cool. Because, in a game like this, you expect, it's super obvious, and sometimes it kind of is, even if you're having a rough time, but the fear coming into play is actually, part of it. Right now, I'm even kind of turned around, and I've played this before. And I would argue...
And, that's something I was definitely getting Tuesday in, the caves and shit during Team Tuesdays. It's oh, fuck, where am I? How do I get home?
It's really cool because, you could point at that as, an example of, bad level design, but it's so clearly intentional that it's well, no, you're lost in dark woods. You shouldn't be here. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And right now, these guys are just going to keep respawning, even if I finish those encounters off. So if I don't pick it up, I'm going to run out of resources. It does need to be back this way. So right now, I'm just being a goon. Sigma virus does approach. I love, the wind picks up, and the sound changes, and the sky gets more violent. It's so dope.
I think you're heading back to the same...
I'm doing that on purpose. Because I'd like to get health refresh and also these guys off of me really fast. Gotta get my bearings. Because there's also no map. That's the other thing. This is fall damage. Actually, is this fall damage? This might be fall damage. We might die. Yeah, okay, that's not the way I'm supposed to go. Game is telling me no. Alright. It faced me this way, so let's... There we go. I think I see the next actual landmark. Nope, that's just a manuscript page. Oh no, there is actually more light. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. We'll be good in a moment. Okay. You stop it.
There's nothing like hearing "we'll be good in a moment" than hearing you take damage before it happens on screen.
It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so... Okay, that's good. If there's ever a...
Tax salad, though. A man like me needs a hefty meal. That's for the day.
If we ever hit a point where we, like, fall down a clearly unclimbable thing, that means we're going in the right direction.
Good in the moment. Aims flare gun at shadow demons.
Yeah! I will say, another really cool tactic... Oh, okay, hold on. This is really important. So, what I was showcasing, and I'll kind of do really quick to illustrate my point, if anybody else spawns really fast, please and thank you, monsters. Now we're good. If you noticed I was aiming but not firing, they'll flinch and try to get away from the light. So, as long as you're doing that, even if you're being passive, you can still kind of fend them off. Which is another, like, really cool mechanic. Anyway, remember when I mentioned I was only going to do a couple things if I spotted them?
Yeah.
The TVs are one of them. Get ready, chat.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men.
In fact, I'm going to move my microphone and have a little bit of dinner while we watch TV together.
Indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin.
Yes, it's all live action. These are superb. There's like 20 of them.
At the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm.
Live action TV show is spoopy.
No risk.
Beat me to it.
Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did.
Tenkai, these are so good, man.
Here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is,
I already see what's going to happen.
one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. Night Springs.
So, Night Springs comes up as like a conversation piece. These stories in those video clips have nothing to do with the overall story. They are just there to be cool bonus content. And as far as I'm aware, when you watch them, they don't unlock elsewhere, so the only way to watch them is by finding them in the game and watching them right then and there. Which, like...
Step through this spooky door.
This scary door. I love it so much. Like, those are so cool. And it's something that Remedy does a lot. Like, there's a professor, if you remember from last year, in Control, that comes up on collectible, like, slide reel projectors and stuff like that. Or tape-to-tape, reel-to-reel tape, rather. And he's live action, too. And apparently there's a lot of it in Alan Wake 2 as well, which, boy, can I not wait to play that. Whoop! Oh, that's not great. Oh, hey, I got an achievement. Oh, God, alright.
Friends?
Flare gun! Oh, reload, flare gun, flare gun! Oh, Jesus! Oof. Okay, 1 second.
Maybe they're friendly.
You! Okay, so this is Stucky. This is effectively a boss fight. He's not gonna be like the others and just beeline towards me. He's going to, basically, like, flash step around a little bit. It's still not the most difficult thing, but it does mean you need to pay a little bit more attention to your reload times and your battery level. You also kind of need to bait a little bit. Because if you're just aiming at him... Got him. Reload flare gun with survival intent.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
Very live action video logs. They were also very weird. Yeah, like, I cannot overstate how much I love Remedy.
I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
We actually did see that. If you guys were paying attention, you can see it driving down the road while we're on the ferry. That is very consistent.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment. The sane world reasserted itself.
I know, bro. You're still in the fog, and Radio Dude said it was a clear night
when we arrived.
Don't worry about it.
The day count on the banner was right.
Damnation says, give Myth an ugly Christmas sweater.
Between the night we got here and now.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So we just kind of talked over it a little bit. It is 7 days to Deerfest. Alan has lost a week of time.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
That's probably fine.
It'd been
I'm
me
thinking
on
Alan
the
is getting a
TV,
dose of what
talking
his wife goes
crazy.
through with darkness for
Was I
house versus
losing my
cabin.
mind?
That's an interesting theory. We also get to now kind of take in environmental storytelling and feel the guilt of what just happened. We had to kill Stucky because he was possessed, and his body is gone now. But this is his business. He was the one that was going to give us the cabin key and help. Like, he was just this nice dude. And now he's gone. Now who will sell the cheese and cream?
Justice for Stucky.
I agree.
The murder will not rest until Stucky has been avenged.
Sorry, I'm late. You're at Disney. You're at Disney World? Damnation, that's dope. Also, you don't need to hang out with us if you're at fucking Disney World. We're pretty deep into Chapter 1 right now, but that's fine.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm
Such
Alan
a
Wake,
good
but
sheriff
listen,
name.
I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron
Game
Lake,
was never
not
the
since the
same
big
after
eruption in the
Stucky was taken
70s.
out.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr.
I believe
Wake,
you got
have you
a
seen Stucky, the
cabin
guy who
at
owns
Baba
this place?
Yaga's island.
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Alright, chat, don't freak out. This is going to be briefly spooky.
Are you going to do something? Because I'm going to need to mute pretty soon.
It's the sweater image
Oh, gotcha.
being really big.
Oh, well, don't block the screen just yet. We're about to get, like, a chapter end reveal. So, I don't know if you caught it because we were talking, but Crater Lake hasn't had a house in it since the eruption in the 70s. Sorry, Cauldron Lake. And mute! Okay, Myth, you can no longer be heard because this is now licensed music. Unfortunately, we get end of episode 1. All of these have licensed songs over them that just run. It's supposed to be like the end credits of an actual TV show. It's really, really cool. But yeah, we were brought to an island by the wrong person giving the wrong key in order for those. And that house isn't actually there. We find this out after losing a week of time between diving for our possibly drowning wife in the cabin that isn't actually there anymore, and then waking up in a car accident pretty far away from where the cabin actually was. We have one hint on the TV of Alan watching himself trying to write, or else he might lose her. And that's where we are. I'm going to hit skip and unmute.
I came to
If
write
you're
things
back.
with my wife, Alice.
Woo! I can breathe.
I thought maybe
I
you
love
could write
this.
here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Between chapters, we get previously ons.
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car.
So
I
hey,
missed in
joining
a week.
chat.
I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
I love the formatting in this game. It's so fucking cool. It's so cool. This is actually pretty perfect timing, too. We're in kind of a breezy 3 years ago flashback.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst
In
weather
between.
I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
We are technically 5 minutes away from the next ad break. Chat, if there's no reservations, because we just hit the opening of episode 2, chapter 2, whatever you want to call it, I can just force the ad to run now, and we will just get that time back. Is everybody ready for a 3-minute break? Myth, does that sound good to you?
I'm Garth Marenghi, author, dreamweaver, visionary, plus actor.
That sounds good to me.
I am going to assume that's good. Okay, cool. So, chat, we are going to take a brief 3-minute break. I think it's going to trigger immediately because I'm going to manually hit it. For subscribers, thanks for checking or hanging out. I'm going to use this opportunity to eat some now very cold steak and peas and corn. And we will be back in 3 minutes. That's a lot louder than the other ones.
I will turn that one down.
Pre-roll ads are disabled for 63 minutes. Fuck yeah. Okay, that works really well. So we get an actual, like, chunk back. How are we feeling, chat? How are we liking it so far? I guess I'll pause, just in case.
Well, most of the chat won't be able to respond to that, but...
Well, I know Magnus still types. I'm never sure how it works, though. Ubel, you are. It's very much appreciated.
Does this one work?
It has an all-new... Damnation, I'm glad you hopped in just to make the V-prop request.
Oh!
No, it's still really choppy.
I'm deeply disappointed by that.
Oh my god. Okay, let's test those not on stream, because that one's also very loud.
Engine volley.
Yeah, only proven ones. I don't want to accidentally deafen people that are actually still able to hear right now. But, it's extra funny on that Axel one. Also, Damnation, good night. I hope you have fun at Disney. That's super dope. I'm looking forward to hearing about your trip when you return. That's not even the Axel no that I meant, but it's still nice to have it, because it's funny either way.
That's the only one.
Oh, no, I know. It wouldn't be a sound file. We would have to pull it from a cutscene. It's the one where he's talking to Red. No! Red!
Oh!
Yeah. The dignified one.
I think I might have that.
You might.
You won't be able to hear me fucking around with it, but...
That's fine.
X7 cutscenes. English. Oh, fuck.
30 seconds.
Which part of the game would that be in?
It's right after the boss fight with Red. "15 seconds. Don't worry about it right now." One. We should be back. We have a solid hour before the next ad break. Ooh. Chat, let me know as you file in. I want to make sure that nobody's missing anything if we can help it. In the meantime, while we do this brief holding pattern, Myth, what do you think so far?
Digging it.
Presentation and everything is really good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Looks like we are back.
Dope. So, again, we are in a 3 years ago, presumably flashback, in our apartment in New York City. This is a dope New York apartment, it's actually really nice too, because this is clearly affluent. Alan is clearly doing well for himself at this phase in the story, which really helps sell, any of the anxiety and everything he might be having about possibly messing his career up. But it's also not Like, this would be an expensive apartment. I'm gonna guess like $500K, but considering...
This looks like a penthouse.
No, it does not. This is
for city living? This
Coffee's
is
on.
massive.
Oh, no, I know. It's real big, but watching New York real estate videos, this one is still a little bit more reserved than you might expect. At least by comparison. Like, there are ridiculous mansions on, like, Billionaires Row. Or Billionaires Row, I'm sorry. Billion with a B. I would kill for this apartment. So this book series, we can find out now that Alan Wake's popular series is an Alex Casey thriller series. It's all about a detective. I Return to Sender, What I Can't Forget, Alex Casey, The Things That I Want, and The Fall of Casey. Guns? Oh, fuck, I completely forgot about these. That QR code is bonus content. Oh, damn it, how do I want to do this? Shit, I completely forgot about it. Okay, hold on, I can actually make this work. We're gonna make this work. Chat, don't scan it, we're gonna watch it together. I have to figure out the best, most optimal way to do this, because I've done them before. They take you to completely unfindable YouTube videos, which is really cool. And this is only the second one, which means we've also kind of missed it. So, Myth, I'm going to send this to you. Don't watch it, no spoilers. God, I can't believe I forgot about this. I was actually going to prep a thing for this when I was originally playing through, and completely forgot about it. So let's... open. Click the link. Pause it immediately. They're very short. And then I need to pop that out. Minimize. I need to go back in to Streamlabs. I need to do a source. I need to do... what would this be?
Do we want to do Vision 1 first?
I'm just going to do them in the order I find them. They're also kind of very well hidden, and I genuinely don't remember where the others are. Bear with me a second. After this, we'll somehow make it up in general. Source, window. What's new with Firefox? Where is that window that I just opened? Sir. It's so cool. I love this game so much. There's like no reason for this to be set up this particular way outside of just being like really neat. Alright, chat, here we go.
The dark place was an endless waking dream. I saw visions carried by the ebb and flow of different dream states. They seeped in from the reality beyond. Things I had a connection to, but also things I couldn't possibly know. I used them in my writing to make it real, so that the parts that weren't would become so. And there were visions that I knew were not real. Ideas I had lost, often of Casey. I had written about him for years. I used them as well. The lies had to feel true for them to become true. Had I always written this way? Even before, seen things without realizing I was seeing them, thinking they were mine. Was this what inspiration was for me?
Go. That's that. Go ahead and hide that so that you don't have to look at all the Parks and Rec suggestions. But yeah, so I don't know how many of those there are. I didn't want to spoil it and look it up for myself. So at this point, I'm only aware of 2. and I think the second one I found was like numbered 4 or 5 or something like that. So we'll keep an eye out for those. If we can find more of those visions, if anybody sees a QR code that I'm running past, shout at me.
I
also love that this is like a completely different Alan Wake state. Like he's shaven and different outfit and everything.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
This is also where we find out.
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Type in all caps so you can hear me yelling. Thank you, Ubel. I appreciate it. This is also where we find out that Alice is actually part of the whole business venture. She is a professional photographer and does all of the graphic design for his books, which I think is a really, really cool narrative detail. It would be just as easy for her to be, like, completely detached, but that's not the case. Cover mock-ups.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan? Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
But was she talking about, like, Barry fucking up the covers?
I got the flashlight.
Basically, she was talking about how he'll, like, micromanage them.
I'm sorry. I just...
That reminds me of an in-joke with a book series that I really love.
I know, it's
called The Dresden Files. It's about an urban wizard.
Prepared for it, you know?
Do you want to hold for just a moment?
Yeah.
Okay. Mostly just because I want to hear it, but also this is like a whole cutscene.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a
remember
kid.
Dresden Files.
The dark
Lowering
really spooked
spookometer
me
by 2
too.
tiers, that's rare.
When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Ubel, I don't disagree necessarily with the whole, like, panic light thing.
Oh, that kiss animation did not age well.
Back to present day.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Also, Ubel says that he has a friend that really likes the Dresden.
My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
A wholesome town doctor.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
I love...
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor.
Yeah.
Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Doc is next to become a shadow man that we have to kill. Ubel making a prediction. Man, I almost want you to run predictions because you also don't know what's going to happen.
Thank you for
I
testing
agree
the
with
lights,
that
Miss Weaver.
prediction.
Everything seems to be fine. I don't
Right,
have the luxury
so-
of being complacent, Deputy Grant.
Dresden Files.
Bulbs will need changing soon. You
Assuming
can't
this
change
is
them
good.
in
I'm
the dark.
still on a bit of a delay,
Sure to
so
take care
let
of
me
Miss
know if
Weaver.
I'm good.
Have a nice day now. Very good.
We should get to know Mrs.
come
Weaver a
back
little
later
bit,
on
but
to remind you,
right now
just in
I can
case.
technically pause and stuff. So now's a good
Mr.
time.
Wake,
Right.
the sheriff is
So
waiting
in
for
the
you
books,
office
like,
down the corridor.
Dresden is very clear that he never wears a hat at all. He hates hats. But on the cover, he was given the fedora because that's just what the cover artist did. And so now the author has made it a recurring thing that on every cover he has, for like each new book, he has a slightly bigger hat for each cover.
That's very good.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Stucky's gone.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
On a camping trip, overdue, haven't been in contact. If you've seen them or know their whereabouts, please let us know. Oh, I'm sure
they're fine.
I know, I was going to say, I'm sure the woods are fine. I love this one, though. I would have to double-check it. Identifying features knack for winning contests makes me assume that he is a fan who got into the game because he won a contest, which I think is great. Office.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Need to keep that woman away from light switches.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
I hate you for saying Crater Lake. I can't keep.
I wanted to tell her what had
stop
happened
mixing
last
that
night,
up in my
but
head.
I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
Alright, chat, you have a 15-minute prediction.
Please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
What are
Mr.
the
Wake, can I help
options?
you with anything?
Who's the next spooker? Old man doctor or old woman light switch?
You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind
You
wandering.
left out so many possibilities.
So far, it's 4,000 to 0 for old man doctor.
The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
Let's be chill.
Man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it.
It's terrible because I want to skip
wrong.
this, but
Sure.
it's actually kind of a
I
thing.
beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time.
Have included old man drunkard as a third option.
Okay, listen.
Don't worry about it.
Listen
Page.
carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something
That's enough.
drunk would say, but
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
So for those who might not have caught all of it, we got a call from a possible kidnapper. Unlisted number.
I think we need to bump up that spookometer.
To a 2 for a kidnapper in broad daylight? Really? We're gonna burn through all of it for nothing.
Alice's driver's
I mean,
license
just
had been
above not
placed in the front
spooky.
seat.
There's
The
at least
caller meant
some
business.
level of spook.
We should be on Spoopy. Are we not on Spoopy?
We are on not spooky.
Hang on.
We are on spook level 0.
Certainly shouldn't be. That get unlinked somehow? Okay, there we go. I had to toggle it for some reason. Okay, we're on Spoopy now. Unusual. Forgive me, I've actually been keeping an eye on my stream deck. That should not have been the case. I'm deeply offended. Anyway.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Radio, that'd be another radio show. We're not worried about that right now.
It's going to hurt hardest when the spookum is Old Man Radio.
Story from darkness shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Probably fine.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the
Boy, this guy.
Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
You're getting some more shit.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
Give me a read on characters. Like, how are you feeling about characters
What the hell
right
was
now?
that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I love Artivo, man.
You
I
like...
love
I had to
Nedry.
talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable.
Yeah,
but when
Barry-
he heard about
Barry's
the
great.
manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he
To quote
believed
myth
that
about
Alice had been kidnapped. Anything
Sniper
beyond
Missile
that
and
was another
X7 Hunter
story.
version, what even
I
the
had
fuck?
a midnight appointment
He's a
with
cult
the kidnapper
leader.
in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you
He wasn't
found
on
him.
screen for me when he was
Wow, I was
talking,
just
but
thinking
Crow's
about you,
worse.
too.
But it was
I
one
was
that
just
Crow
getting Rusty
was
some
talking
coffee.
for
I
a
was on the
sec.
balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Magnus says, oh, the Doctor is a damn turbo cult leader, I'm sure.
What an airhead.
So into all of this.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's
Charlie.
a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Alright, so we're in our
What?
accommodations. Yes?
What do we do if the spookum
Seriously,
isn't
Al, what you were saying in
either
the
old
car,
man doctor
just
or
listen
old
to
man
yourself.
woman light
What,
switch?
you shot a guy?
I
His
guess just
body
cancel the prediction.
Disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong. It's a good story. Could be a bestseller. But when
Oh,
you
I
start
guess, okay,
confusing
there is
fiction
sort
with
of a
reality,
trigger warning
you're
for
buying
this
yourself a ticket to the
particular
funny farm.
very, very
Wait here.
short part. I guess... I don't even like saying it. Injured dog. So just as a heads up to everybody, I'll give it a second just in case you want to not focus as much. Injured dog. It's not anything too... Like, there's nothing graphic, so don't worry about that. Just a thing. I know people get sensitive about it. I don't blame you. Here we go.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry
I'm
about
trying
this.
to keep it off
Would you
camera, but
mind
like the
grabbing
sound
registration
and
form from
okay,
the desk?
I think
It's
this is
just
already
across from
triggered it.
Bucktooth Charlie.
Registration form.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez,
so
Al,
much
come
dialogue.
on.
It's my
You gotta
wife and I
understand how
hate her.
crazy all
I'll
this
deal with it.
sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha, let's have a laugh on Barry.
I think this is the form you wanted.
Bye.
And here are the keys.
Oh, wait.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
I'm gonna talk you through this picture window.
Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time.
Oh, dicks. I didn't remember that that was an actual, like, cutoff. It's just more like, you'd have to be crazy.
Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
I'm gonna
Tell me
make
what to do
out
to
with
help,
it,
and I'll
bitch.
do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
I just want to be Perry,
with the
isn't it?
natives, Al. Locals are dangerous.
Oh, damn
Everybody
it.
hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Okay, we're just leaving him alone in the cabin at night. So I could also be looking for coffee thermoses. That's another collectible, but those don't offer anything outside of being collectible.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit.
There's also only like 26 of them compared to the gigantic number
Barry
of
had the keys to the car
pages.
he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done,
Yes,
but I
lights
was
is fine.
still
Yeah, see,
angry
Magnus
with
gets it.
Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Right, so I mean, I'm sure everybody is well aware, but we are right back into the thick of it now. It is dark, which means it is not safe.
Those are awfully chatty for this time of
So,
night.
folks, as promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc.
Oh, hey, the
what's
doc.
your Deerfest plan like? My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized
That's probably fine.
than I ever seem to manage.
Doc's the big bad.
Oh. No plan.
He's got a plan.
Taking the atmosphere.
No, they're just chill. They're just chatting. Doc is fine. He's at the radio station. Magnus making another prediction. So, Myth, we're about to enter a couple periods of quieter stuff if you want to give any more particular input to, like, any other, you know, characters or story beats or anything else.
Yeah, I've never seen Twin Peaks or the like. I really should.
Same, actually. Oh, wait a minute. I know I just told you to talk, but shut the fuck up. Because it's time for the next episode.
Crime and punishment.
Struggle to get
cancer
into, like,
and cure of civilization.
spot.
But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
There we go.
Tonight's
You all ready for the next episode of Night Springs, chat?
Hell yes.
Magnus making the call about.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
And it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows.
A tyranno.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not the literary type.
And you move the prediction widget down because it's currently covering the subtitles.
Why would a guy like you
Oh.
do him like that?
Yes, I can.
I didn't like his face.
Also, the spook meter is barely covering line 2 of the subtitles.
Just raise that really fast. Speaking of.
That must be difficult.
Yeah,
But
good
then you ran the fingerprints.
call.
Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me?
Spookometer, I'm just gonna kind of leave be.
My boy before the cops arrive.
But good call on that.
He won't stop screaming. Am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
What do we think of the episode?
Spoopy?
No, I love it. Myth, we should be at level 2 currently. Please let me know if that's not working correctly. You hate it so much, Magnus? Don't worry, it's not story significant. Now it's story significant.
Yeah, we are at P Spoopy.
Excellent. Spoopy but cheesy. That is the goal. I love it so much. Okay, I see that.
I am really enjoying the environments here. Like, I love the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see it
when
represented.
When you said you knew nothing about it, that was actually one of the first things that I was thinking of. It's just like, oh, I know, like, Myth really likes... You know...
Hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
The soothing Pacific Northwest.
Help me!
So this is the visitor center where we got the form.
Hello?
Oh no, it's going to be the guy who was fixing the dog? Damn it.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found.
So listen, also must do right. Magnus, you go for
New.
it. That's dope.
So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me
Everyone knows
understand
there's a
what
dog
had
in the
happened.
game right now.
We should read that manuscript.
Okay, we're calling out a manuscript. We'll do it.
The air in the visitor
Isn't
center
the
was
game
heavy
itself
with an
called this
awful
one
smell,
out?
as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
You know, just stuff like this. Which actually, hold on, there's No, I don't want to... Well, it's weird because it's like, it isn't a spoiler, but is technically kind of,
The
but
only
also
way to
not.
make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
The manuscript reminds me, not exactly, but tangentially, of stuff in Tunic, which we need to play.
Yes, we do. It is on the list. Put it right in the update video. Let's see, I think there's supplies in here.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Oh, right, these. So that is toxic. So I feel like it's probably a little on the obvious side, but just in case it's not, because we are on a new chapter and went through actual stuff, we lose our equipment between. So every time there's a chapter switch, assume that we're going to need to find our stuff again.
Something
Also,
had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
I'll avoid it, but injured dog still, unfortunately. I'm not gonna look if I can help it.
So yeah, is it Rusty?
It is Rusty, yeah.
Alright.
So no payout for anybody.
Rusty, no! Never! Never approach any other...
Stay away from that corner.
Pets must be leashed.
Alright, all points returned.
It is...
Yes, you will get your Zenny back. Now, moving forward, if you want to keep doing that, I'm not opposed to it by any means, because I think it's a really fun idea. Because it's like you're getting that much more focused on the mystery. But it might be worth it to be like a character we haven't met yet. Yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
How many options can you get?
Let me see.
Because we've met a lot of key characters so far. But it might not always be a key character. Also time to maybe figure out a little bit more about what the fuck that might be.
We can have 10.
Oh my god. Okay, probably don't actually fill up all 10 because that's probably gonna fuck with the UI.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Give me a list of names so I can just have the thing ready to go.
You can also do, like, just descriptors, too. So, like, if you want to do, like, Old Lady Light Switch. Because, honestly, I don't remember some of the character names. But there's, you know, Hartman, the psychiatrist, you know, resort guy that Alice took us to. Alice is technically on the table. Barry is technically on the table. The sheriff, the deputy. There's, like, a whole bunch. So if you just want to call out that way instead of worrying about, like, names.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
I'm going to go in here because I know there's a weapon in here. I'm sorry because it's spooky as shit. It's another cache location, so you would normally, like, flashlight around and try to find an arrow and everything.
Old Man Doctor, Old Lady Light Switch, Sheriff, Deputy, Cult Leader, Diner Lady.
You are going with Cult Leader for his description?
Yes.
I guess everybody's gonna know what you're talking about.
Missing anyone else?
You said Diner Lady, you said?
Yeah.
Read the list one more time slower.
Old Man Doctor.
Uh-huh.
Old Lady Light Switch.
Uh-huh.
Sheriff. Deputy. Cult Leader. Diner Lady.
You're not gonna put Alice or Barry on there? There's also the Kidnapper. Ow! No! Oh, that was the flare gun. That is not what I meant to have equipped. I meant to have the shotgun equipped.
I'm starting a prediction for the next chapter. Or...
Okay. Took a lot of damage right away. This is why I didn't feel bad about putting it on easy mode.
Alright, chat, here's the deal. I'm gonna start a prediction now. It's only gonna last 30 seconds. This is just so I'll have it, the template, good to go for the next chapter. So, don't vote for this one. Or do, I don't care, but it's...
Yeah,
I'm just going to pick a random payout for this one.
No,
but this way I can just...
Don't pick a random... If you hit return Zenny, will that save your settings?
Return, no. Like, it has to be a... If I delete it, then it doesn't show up as one of the previous predictions.
Okay. So yeah, don't pick anything, because this is just to set up.
Now, chat, I'm trusting you.
Oh, right, you're a beefy one. Shit.
Agnes, I'm watching you.
Oof. I have to steer one-handed right now because Maverick is insisting that I pet him. Oh!
Alright, Panorama, give me a random number between 1 and 9.
3. Did you spell sheriff wrong?
Probably.
Okay, that's fine.
Someone voted for Barry. Very naughty. That's when I had to pick a random number so I could...
Yeah, I figured.
He did spell sheriff wrong, but it's funnier that way. Perfect.
I only saw it flash by for a moment. You'll notice that there's a far fewer amount of safe zones right now. Also really cool shit like that, too.
Yeah.
Like, we saw him going behind that rock, but he wasn't actually there. Oh. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh hey, team kill! I actually didn't know they could do that.
it as a bear crossing sign, I need to add bear to the list.
Obviously.
Look, you're gonna have to find a shadow bear. It's just gonna happen.
Oh my god, I went in a giant circle. Oh, where am I right now?
The Yogi's been on hard times. Look, as a Washingtonian, you often have to fight the shadow bear in the forest. Everyone has to do it.
Uh-huh.
Maverick's probably done it.
Wait, like Maverick, my dog Maverick?
Yeah. He lives in Washington.
I mean, you're not wrong. If he has, I'm not aware of it. I'll ask him later. Oh, see, he just settled back down, otherwise I would ask him now.
He did a spin dive attack on the bear and had abs for some reason.
Okay. I got lucky where I lived, it was merely ghost raccoons and not the shadow bear. Okay, there we go. Again, there are branching paths to, like, loot caches and, like, pages and coffee thermoses. We're going for that. Forgive me.
Look, men will go through a lot to get a kiss at Makeout Peak.
It's true. And probably 1v1 to Shadow Bear, though he didn't give a fuck. Yeah, just wait for the gondola. Oops, don't crush me. Oh dear. Okay, I wasn't sure if that would actually happen or not. Need just more vacation sightseeing.
I thought it was leaving.
Who? Unarmed again.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
It just bitch slapped that cable
They're
car.
flashlights, kid stuff. The
Don't worry
flares will
about
keep the
it.
bastards away.
I love his facial animation for that line. It's so good.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name.
He was
we were headed in the direction of
Or he was the one that called us, like,
no way this
yuppie
was a
city folk or
coincidence.
whatever.
He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up.
Alright, so...
You leave.
Ah, God! There's so many of you behind already! Excuse me!
Easy modes.
Yeah, right. So right now, effectively, this is a reverse escort mission. We need to keep the light on the monsters so that he can take them out. And mercifully, his aim is actually pretty good.
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back.
I'm trying to find where that emergency box is. clear OSHA violation. There's the emergency.
Look, the Shadow Sam's glitch is going to come out of the mist, and then you're going to be fucked.
The Shadow... Oh, the Shadow Sam's Club, did you say?
Get some light on
Sasquatch, but
Sasquatch.
pronounced poorly.
Oh, I see. I get it. So right now... Ow! Right now, all we need to do is not die.
These gentlemen are being very rude.
Okay, it's over.
They are.
Move it or lose it.
I love that cinematic camera when you use a flare and actually hit a bunch of them. It's a really cool detail.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Correct. So, keep up with me, nerd.
We could just make out under this light.
This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Pretty good
Give
amount.
me the goddamn gun! They're coming! That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
You will notice I am doing my best to manage flashlight right now. Just shot a bullet backwards. Honestly, pretty badass. Well done, probably kidnapper. Spawn camping that. Speedrun strats. Oh, that's too many of you. Reload faster, friend. Ow! No, actually... Ah, dick! There you go, friend.
With the audio of these things, it sounded like he just shot you.
No, mercifully nothing like that. That would be really
Let's
funny,
cut
though.
the act now.
It honestly might be possible,
Where's my
too.
wife?
I actually don't
You
know.
can say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her at all.
Well, bye! Speaking of OSHA violations, there's so much
Where'd
of
you go,
everything
Alice?
right now. I honestly really like the fact that Alan is, like, sort of a dick hothead. Like, there's a lot of questions about his character, and that's, like, central to the narrative. It's really cool.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
Like,
He
it would
had
be...
Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Like, it would be so easy for them to just, like, have written him as the good guy. Or, like, you know, the protagonist, but it's so much more complex than that.
Here's the real question. Is he actually a good author, or is he kind of shit?
Ah, I fall for that every time. Anyway, I
Rusty
found the bear
warned me
trap.
about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
It is honestly really good game design that way, though. Like, they have almost the exact same glow as manuscript pages. So the first time you get stuck by one, It's like, oh, a page. I'm just gonna run towards it because you can't see it through the bloom. And then you get hit by one, and then you round this corner, and you're like, oh, okay, fuck. It's really great. That was an actual jump scare on that one. Oh, thanks. Anyway, bye. Oh, shut up, I'm picking up guns.
Aircraft or spicy taco. Oh.
I know. This very good. Bye, Myth.
Yeah, bye. And bye. Bye.
Yeah, multiple. Oh! No! Absolutely not! There's a third one. I don't know where he went if there was. This is getting to, like, some pretty dangerous parts of the woods. I remember getting turned around here.
Yeah, Northern Washington is pretty rough.
There was a third one. That bastard actually flanked me.
3.
Oh, God! Alright, hold that thought.
I love hearing your reactions. It's like, okay, in 5 seconds, I'll know what he's reacting to.
I know! We gotta figure this out. It's gonna drive me absolutely crazy.
You could probably set up a virtual audio cable that takes...
Got a new gun type.
Mic.
I've got the hunting rifle now. The hunting rifle is very good. Has a lot less ammo than the other guns, though. Unsurprisingly. Go.
I'd heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen there, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
We're gonna fight Shadow DB Cooper?
Get your predictions in now, folks! Alright, that's just not how that worked.
Reading through chat.
What?
Magnus says these aren't myth, they're mythic drones, his tiny Corvid minion mechanoids. A deep lore. You will ask, does Alan ever get
the BFG? I did actually just read that one myself. That's a really good one.
It's just like one of those big industrial flashlights.
Oh man, you guys are doing so good. I don't want to spoil
Floodlight.
anything. Yeah. Fuck, I got turned around here when I played last, too. Which isn't ideal. It's the bat signal. Oh my god. That would be a very good ultimate weapon. It's the right.
The ultimate weapon would be a lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah? Also up there?
Oh, how far are we from the next ad break?
6 minutes. We can snooze it if we need to. This is the way. Okay, this is the way.
Oh, the snooze is only good for like a few minutes.
It is, but I'd like to get through more if we can help it. And I think we're actually getting a little bit close. You can tell because the dark presence is not happy with me. Time to test the hunting rifle. Superb. Oh shit! That sucks. That starts in 5 minutes. This is good. It's extra good because, like, you can tell the moment I leave the light, it immediately starts trying to spawn them again. Like, I am in the angriest territory right now. See that thermos over there? Oh, actually, I missed this thermos last time. Okay, we're risking it for the thermos.
Always gotta get that coffee. Oh, it doesn't even, like, pop up with, like, a unique design or anything? That sucks.
What, the coffee?
Yeah.
What do you mean? The coffee's, like, I... Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. Stop it. Okay, ask again?
But, like, in Uncharted, when you'd find a treasure, it would, like, show a, like, 3D revolving model of the treasure. So I was thinking it would be, like, each thermos has its own, like, stickers or whatever to make it fun to collect.
This definitely predates that kind of thing.
Magnus says the shadows are set to maximum anger.
Yeah, the worst part is they're actually not even close to that yet. Thermos had clam chowder and not coffee.
Yeah.
Full-on revolver ammo, so we gotta shoot some nerds.
When all you have is a full clip, every solution requires bullets.
What is that from?
Me, just that.
Very good. Age.
Yeah, Ivar's would be a regional, if not local, chain. It wouldn't be national, would it?
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever heard of Ivar's outside of... Uh-oh, 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 oh! Accidentally fell. Good. Gaming. I will...
The people not in Washington.
I will say, that if there were any drawback to the game, it's that some of it has platforming, and most of it is fine, but the stuff that isn't fine is pretty janky. But it's also, like, really not designed for it, so it's whatever. I understand them wanting to add a little bit more than just, like, run and shoot. Snow. This came... There's the ladder. Something else in here. This Ivar's... I haven't had Ivar's in a while, actually. Myth, can you do me a favor? Actually, I'll do it. It'll probably be easier. I'm gonna snooze the next ad. That's gonna bring us back to 6 minutes, 14 seconds. Let's see how far we can get. As soon as I find my game window, there it is.
Be aware of Widowmakers.
darkness wears her face? Sir, personal space.
The wife is evil. Gotcha.
Interesting thought.
Or the darkness is the creepy old woman who gave you the wrong keys. It's one or the other.
Interesting thought. Here we go. Actually really interesting. I think the thermoses have been consistent. Or like, when you collect them, they're gone. Because I haven't seen as many as I remember seeing. But the pages, I think, do respawn. Listen, I don't know if I'm getting flanked. I need you to... Oh, God, I forgot you did that. No. Bad darkness.
Magnus says, but Myth, why not both?
Interesting thought. No, nobody wears my wife's face but me, the shadows. Weird flex, but okay. That's a pretty solid one you felt. Very good. Alright! Chainsaw guy. I forgot about the chainsaw guy.
Oh fuck, we're Resident Evil 4 now.
You know what? Chainsaw guy can suck flare, I think.
Oh, that was lovely.
Flare's run out! Flare ran out! Flare ran out! Chainsaw guy? Oh shit, I'm back against the wall. That's not great. Yeah, that fast reload is really starting to come in handy. I know I mentioned that earlier on in the playthrough, but like, Jesus. You don't need to do it, but yes, you do. Bear statues. Merciful light.
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, are we crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Oh man, we're almost Camp Crystal Lake. We'll be safe there.
I know.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
You ready for the next mechanic? We're about to get another powerful weapon.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Why are the headlights on?
Huh?
Why are the car's headlights on?
To show you where the car is.
Google thinks Bates Motel would be a better place to wait this all out. I'm thinking Perfection Valley myself.
Wrong kind of horror, but I respect it. Hi. Where was that key? Is that key?
Oh yeah, vehicle headlights would fuck up the shadow
It's not a
demons.
machine that does what you tell it.
Let's see if that's right.
A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
So we're learning more about this. Oh Jesus! I forgot about that. Oh my God! doesn't follow you out. That's awesome, actually. Are you still in here, or is that just a one-off?
This crows just flew through that building.
He is still in there, you know? He can just stay there. Don't follow me. Experiment's over. So we're learning more about the mechanics of the story, which I really like. I don't know if you picked up on all of it.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the next weapon? Because you'd think this would be a cinematic, but actually no. It's drive a clock, baby.
Oh, gosh. How are the driving controls?
Not bad! You know how you can boost the flashlight by aiming?
Yeah.
You can do the same with the headlights. Effectively,
what?
This truck is a wave motion gun.
What physically is Alan Wake doing to make the car's headlights focus into a concentrated beam?
So physically, I don't know. You could make the argument that it's high beams, but because they actually like narrow in, you could also make the argument that it's like force of will or something like that. You know, just like part of the story, you know? This is very satisfying.
The power of mental breakdown and trauma.
Exactly. So, fun, scary thing. These vehicle segments are pretty long. There are multiple of them. Your vehicle can break down, which means you have to walk.
It seems like it's doing better than the vehicle section in the Alone in the Dark remake, so that's good.
Oh yeah, it's like rudimentary at worst. It's really not that bad. Because believe me, when that came up the first time too, I had kind of the same thought. I was just like, oh god, how is this gonna go? But it wasn't that bad. Don't care, we're just gonna do a couple, well, try to do a couple dodges.
How are we on ad timer?
2 minutes, 59 seconds. We're
Maybe
almost...
good to pause it then? Because I imagine this wouldn't be cutscenes and such.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
There's a little tiny bit...
And you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen.
It's better than Mass
I'm gonna
Effect's
need time
vehicles.
to finish it.
I
still
actually
need
haven't
to
played
write
Mass
the
Effect, so I
ending.
don't know.
I need
We also have one more snooze.
A week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me.
Yes, I get you.
Man, George R.R. Martin is really struggling to get his final book done.
I was gonna say, like, I love this ass clown, like, hey, you want to write an entire novel in just a couple minutes? Right, I'm hitting our snooze. This is our last snooze of the night. We have 6 minutes, 50 seconds to save Barry. The darkness controls
Don't
the
worry, I
taking.
got eyes on him.
I don't know. See, so far the crows we've been finding have been pretty chill and just go away.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. Is it normal? These birds are weird.
Oh, that's rude, Barry.
Barry might be right.
There's nothing weird about crows. We're
Crows,
just
no.
keeping an eye on it.
Alright, so Myth, I know we discussed this earlier,
Alright, so some of my animals might have gone bad.
So, the way I'm going to justify this to you, the regular crows that you see all over the place, the ones that have been flying away and we've been saying like high myth, bye myth to, they don't react to light. These ones do. So these ones have either been taken and we're freeing their souls, or they are fake and we're not hurting any crows at all. That's how we're justifying this for you. Because this is going to happen a lot.
Don't worry, I'll just internalize all the trauma. Maybe I'll write a book about it.
These crow segments like really don't mess around either. Like, they'll keep coming for a while. Also, they're just like, look at this!
Hey, this is just awful.
Maverick and Chat. They must be returned to the forces of good.
Chat. Toast
Must mean they don't have anything to say. Better get rid of them.
Terrorism, nudity, or sexually explicit, hateful conduct.
Oh, God!
Violence or gore.
Magnus, we are on it. The deed is done. Flare gun! I figured I'd go out with a bang. Alright, so we have actually saved
Hey,
Barry.
Al, I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Okay. I think this is
sent
actually
Barry to the
coming up
town
to a
ask around
proper
about a
head
man
right now.
fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared.
Flare gun is basically the ultimate buster. You're kind of not wrong.
The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now,
Do you want
it
me
was
to
happening
just
for real, and
turn
I
on
couldn't put a
URL
single word
blocking?
on paper.
It might not be a terrible idea. But we'll talk about that after. Oh, okay. No, yeah, it's whatever.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
Reboot.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Guys, it's going to be Rose.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the
Oh Dear Diner.
Good girl.
And mute! That's unfortunate. That's a good song. So, yeah, that is the end of this episode. And we're at 9:45. I actually don't know what to do. I didn't expect to get... Like, I expected to hit a certain point at, you know, close to the end because of the way these missions are formatted, or the levels are formatted. But yeah, man, shit, this is tricky. Episode 2. So we'll skip and get the recap so that Myth can be back on board, and we're a minute out from ads, so let's do that now.
Alan Wake. Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please
help!
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I
Oh, I got it.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, the killer! You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly
I love
wrote.
that dinky
coming
lamp
true before
push
my
so
eyes.
much.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Ransom. Magnus, are you knowing at the cutoff?
Anyway?
Or are
I
you
don't know.
knowing
She's
at the
resourceful.
fact that we're at this
I told you you were
cliffhanger?
too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah. 10 seconds. Come on, Barry.
Wait,
Pick it up.
it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here,
Oh, God.
Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
He's
12 seconds. Oh, shit.
anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Was it?
Okay, I'll be
Hang
right
on.
over.
I actually think we're good.
Let's
Oh,
make this quick, huh?
I think perfectly timed. Literally perfectly timed. Ad starting soon. We are paused. We're going to do our last ad break of the evening because there's nothing I can do about it. And then I think we will just do kind of like final thoughts for the evening and end a little bit early. Because there's not anything I'm going to be able to do meaningfully in less than 10 minutes. So, if you want to stick around for this last ad break, that's totally fine. If not, the schedule is as normal, but we will do normal end of nights after the ad break. So it is up to you guys. I won't keep anybody around. If I don't see you, then thank you for joining. I hope you've been enjoying it, and otherwise we will talk after the ad. Just starting soon. God, I wish this thing was more accurate. Such a pain in the ass.
Crud!
Exactly. Enjoy that Myth has that yay from the irregular LP on a soundboard. Yep, as of tonight. It's brand new.
It's one that we...
And in
it's
progress.
just us yang.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That yay from the irregular LP. I know, you added that one like real quick. I'm gonna eat some old dinner real fast.
What else do I have in the old stock folder? Let's play.
Honestly, a good question. I know that yay is you guys. I've watched the LP way too many times, says Magnus. Yeah, it's like you're telling that to the one person on
I know.
Earth. He probably would have recognized it faster than either of us if played in a vacuum.
I've got a generic bomb sound effect.
Let's not play that right now.
Cartoon party horn.
That one I kind of want to hear.
I will send it to you in Discord.
Oh, okay. Then don't worry about it. After this,
I will send it to you in Discord after this, so you can
Yeah.
peruse.
1.5 minutes. What do you think about these ad breaks so far?
I think it's a good opportunity to get up, do a bio break.
It's definitely been helping me remember to eat, which isn't ideal, but you know.
Need to add that one. 1 second. Oh, God. Hold on. I cannot add that one.
Okay, I'm definitely curious, but you can tell me after we end for the night.
It's just Crimson Chin action phrases, and I thought it was just quick to the hydrofoil, but it's like a full minute.
I do feel like quick to the hydrofoil needs to be one, though. That's pretty great. I forgot that you had that. So
I'm just going to send it to you, and you can pick out the ones you want.
Quick to the hydrofoil is, like, it's that one, and then maybe of all of my muscles, my brain is one of them. But those are probably the only two that I would actually go for. Because those have, like, this is going to sound stupid, but practical applications. Because all of my muscles, my brain is one of them, could either be we did figure something out or we didn't figure something out. And then quick to the hydrofoil is just like from point A to point B, or like finding a boat, or any other number of vehicular type things. So,
microwave ding sound effect.
Maybe we'll play it by ear. I'm also going to turn off the spook on, because it just occurred to me that's still running.
This is an MP4.
I think it's off. Okay, yeah, it's off.
Record needle scratching sound effect.
Don't need it. Oh, also, we're back. Shut the hell up,
Hey!
Myth. So, wow, God, this is, like, lining up perfectly. So, last 10 minutes, we'll basically just do end of nights, I think, when everybody actually mentions that they're back in and go from there. So this is going to be Thursday Night Thunder until we finish it. I'm hoping that we do it quickly enough to get to AWE. If not, I might do some bleed over to play that back-to-back because it's very congruent, which I won't spoil. But other than that, Monday is going to be the start of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which I'm super excited for. That is going to have exciting special guest commentators on. Myth is also going to be there too, so it'll be like a whole group affair. Maybe
on Monday. I'll talk to you about that after.
Okay. Either way, we'll make whatever it is consistent, so don't worry too much about it. But there will also be guest commentators, which I'm very excited for. Then Tuesday is going to be more content warning. That shouldn't change. There might maybe be some additional things. I don't know yet. We'll discuss that. And then, like I mentioned,
we're definitely doing.
We'll discuss that. And then Thursday, like I mentioned, is going to be more of this until we complete it. I'm super, super excited to keep showing more of the story off because it only gets better from here and it starts out really, really strong. Myth, what do you think of the game so far?
I know writers.
What do you think of the game so far, Myth?
I'm digging it. It's a ton of fun.
Okay, cool. Are there any like particular like guesses or anything like that? Do you want to leave the stream with like your current like whodunits or whatever, or what do you think?
I'm thinking all of this is in his head, but I am anticipating that the game isn't going to be clear whether or not anything is actually happening or not in the end, and that we're not going to get a clear answer.
Interesting.
That's my assumption right now.
Chat, do you have any assumptions so far? I do not like Scary Depression Writer Man game, but also I'm fascinated to see where it goes. I'm assuming you do not like as in it is scary and not that it is bad, so I'm glad because that's the vibe for the month. So I'm glad that it's pushing some spooky buttons. That's genuinely pretty great because it could also like just as easily be cheesy and everything. So there's always that too. I don't have anything else right now. We'll try to figure out the audio stuff moving forward so that Myth is more synchronized. That should definitely be more interesting for commentary. But if it doesn't happen, this worked fine enough. And yeah, Myth, end of night. Perfect, thank you. Do you want to say your thing so I can say my thing, or is that just it this time?
Well, you keep telling us what's going to be happening next week before I can ask what's going to be happening next week. It's like you had an entire month to get used to me not being here or something.
I know, right? Who'da thunk it? Are you going to say your other thing, or am I just going to turn the stream off?
It's Crover.
Everybody have a thunderful evening. Take it easy. We will see you on Monday.